Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to my channel. In today's video, I will be doing a pedicure. So this video is a little different from any other video that I have posted because the majority of it will be in real time. Yes, you heard right. So for the first time, I will be showing you guys what the process of me doing a pedicure is like in real time. So let's get right into it. So I had pushed back her cuticles with the cuticle pusher, and the footage actually comes in when I am adding the cuticle remover, and as you know, thereafter I will allow the foot to soak for 15 minutes. So once the soak is complete, I use my cuticle pusher to scrape all the protein growth from the nails. As I move the cuticle pusher back and forth, you will see that there's some white gooey stuff that's collecting right around the cuticle area and onto the cuticle pusher, and that is what I am trying to remove. I also want to point out that this is the same protein growth that I am removing whenever I'm prepping the nails with the electric file, and as far as I know, that technique is known as a dry manicure. So this is the same protein growth that I would normally remove with an electric file. The soaking of the nails actually allows for the softening of this protein growth, after which it will be much easier to remove. So I do apologize for that little blurry instant, but I promise you it will go back into focus. So now I'm just using the cuticle knife to clean underneath the free edge, and I could have gone in and clipped the toenails and then cleaned underneath the free edge. However, I actually prefer when the free edge is actually intact while I'm cleaning underneath the nails. I just feel as though, I have a better handle on the cuticle knife as I'm going under the free edge, when there's more nail as opposed to when I've cut it down. Next, I use the nippers to nip away any of the protein growth that was left behind. And once again, I do apologize for the blurriness of this part, but I promise you it will not last long. I'm thinking I may need to consider changing the angle of my camera. Thinking about it, it really doesn't seem possible at all, but I promise you guys the footage is not bad at all. Alright, so I'm just using the cuticle nippers to nip away anything that the cuticle pusher and the knife didn't remove. And as I mentioned in my previous pedicure video, if you haven't seen it, you can watch till the end, as I will leave it on the end screen, or you can feel free to scroll through my channel. But it's the last pedicure that I posted before this one. So as I had mentioned in that video, I do not force anything. I don't force anything because the last thing I want to hear is that my client is feeling any pain or discomfort. So if there's anything that I'm having an issue cleaning up at this point in time, I just leave it alone, as I know I'm going to put her foot in to soak, once more while I'm working on the other foot. So anything that's left behind will definitely be softened at the second soak. So as you can see, guys, this is actually the pace at which I work, and believe it or not, this is actually me moving quickly. Several months ago, you know, I'd probably be nipping like one nip every 5 seconds. I'm kidding. It wasn't that slow, but it was pretty slow. So I'm hoping that one day I'll be able to move as quickly as I see some other nail techs out there moving. And again, guys, all of this comes with practice. It comes with practice, and like I've said before, practicing on yourself. I remember there was a time when I was so afraid of the nippers. Like, I told myself that, you know, I don't need the nippers. I'll find another way. I'll use the cuticle trimmers instead, or I'll use the what you might call it, I can't remember. Oh, the ball bit, the cuticle ball bit, right? And I do recall a friend of mine who is also a nail tech. She said to me, just give the nippers a chance, because once you master the use of the nippers, you won't need anything else. So I took her advice and I decided that I wouldn't give up on the nippers, and I don't regret it. And I know that I still have quite a way to go, but I'm very proud of where I am at now. Alright, so once I've done that, I am going to use my hand file to shape the free edge and the side walls. Now, this file, I got it from my local nail supply store, and they told me that it's a 100 grit file, but I really don't think it's that coarse. I've realized that it doesn't work very well with acrylic, so I have several of them in storage, and you know, I decided that okay, since it's too soft for the acrylic, I'll try it on the natural nails, and I think it's fine. It's not too rough and it's not doing any damage to the natural nail. So when filing the toes, I always try to go for a very crisp square shape. However, with some persons, this is not always possible, because depending on how the nail grows, you know, and also if the nail is broken or torn, you know, you may not always be able to get a crisp shape. And also sometimes the hyponychium extends very far in the middle, and there may be breakage around the edges, so sometimes you are forced to have a slight curve, or you're forced to give the nails a slight curve. If that's the case, there's nothing wrong with that at all. What I would say is that just try to ensure that the tips are as uniform as possible across all nails. So I think once you can achieve that, I think the nails will look very nice. So I'm just going over the surface of the nail, very lightly, just to roughen it up and smooth it out. I spent a little bit more time on the big toe because the surface of the nail wasn't smooth. She did have remnants of old product on the nails from before. So I'm just smoothing it out very lightly. And this step is very important, especially because I'll be going in later with gel polish. So I really think that moving forward, I will try to include a lot more real-time footage in my videos. I may not be able to allow it for the entire duration of the video because, like I said, that may see me having some super long videos that would probably bore you guys to death. So I'll definitely be including some more real-time footage because I want you guys to see exactly what it's like, as a beginner. So I'm going in, once again to nip the cuticles, and for some reason I just prefer to wait until the cuticle is dry. I don't know, I just feel like when it's wet, it's slippery and I don't have as much control as with when it's dry. So I think that's my reasoning for that. Alright, so next I move on to the scrubbing or sanding, whatever you call it, of the foot. And I pretty much just use the foot file to, file away the dead skin. And as I go along, I'm feeling her foot to see where I need to scrub and, what part of the foot feels as though it has been scrubbed enough. So next I apply my exfoliating scrub and I exfoliate her foot. And as I mentioned before, I usually ask my customer at this point if they are feeling any pain or discomfort, because I know that sometimes the exfoliating scrub can feel very coarse to some persons. So I put the foot back in and then I work on the other foot. So what I'm showing you now is me removing the foot from the soak for the second time, and you will see me here just doing some finishing touches. Anything that I missed before, I will just go in and take care of it. And as you can see, the skin is softer at this point and I'm not forcing anything. It all comes off with ease. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm actually here watching the video as I'm recording this voiceover, and I'm thinking to myself, my gosh, it looks as if I'm watching this in slow motion. Oh gosh. Alright, so from here on out, guys, I have increased the speed a little bit. I really didn't want the video to go beyond 30 minutes, so I'm just showing you the polish work. So guys, as I'm here reviewing the video, I just wanted to say something. If you're just starting out, right, I think it's perfectly okay to purchase more inexpensive gel polishes, but just be prepared to have to use 3 or sometimes even 4 coats in order to get full coverage. On the other hand, if you're actually, moving into taking clients, for pay, I do strongly suggest that you invest in better quality gel polishes, because as trivial as you may think it is, having to apply anywhere more than 2 coats, it takes up a lot of time. And when you're at the stage of wanting to do this for a living, saving time is very important. So invest in good polishes, once you're deciding to do this for a living. Oh, another thing that I wanted to say, I think it's very important to wear protective covering over your eyes. So, whether it be I don't know what you call them. Is it goggles? Whether it be, no, I think the goggles is the one that you wear under the water, but you know what I'm talking about. The safety goggles. So whether it's one of those or like me, it's a pair of glasses. I think it's very important to cover your eyes, because as you can see, there are a lot of dust particles on the lens, and I did start this service with clean lenses. So what that means is that chances are all of those dust particles would have been heading straight to my eyes. It can be dangerous, especially when you're using acrylic, if you're filing acrylic, or if you're clipping the nails down, or if you're removing rhinestones, those things can actually cause injury to your eyes. So there you have it, guys. Here is the final look. I'm so sorry you didn't get to see the massage. I had to move the camera out the way because, you know, getting the service done takes priority, and this was actually a first time customer. So I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, take care. Bye.